during this quarantine season when Jonathan was told that he wasn't going to be going back to work. It was somewhat of a scary time.
When we went into the quarantine and, everybody had to stay home and I couldn't go to my job for those 2 months, then we reflected back on the previous time where we had gone without a paycheck.
Because we had gone through a difficult time before, and we got to see how the Lord provided for us back then. That brought me reassurance that God was going to do the same thing again, and He did.
We were doing all our shopping online, and I remember it was on Easter. We were supposed to get a delivery of groceries, and we had been waiting for that delivery for a week, and so our fridge was starting to get a little bare, and then all of a sudden we got a message, due to it being Easter, the grocery store is closed, we've canceled your order. And there was going to be no more groceries delivered for another 5 days.
I would start noticing that the fridge was starting to run low. And although we would see us getting to a point where things were starting to get difficult, God showed His faithfulness to us. There was one day where I went to go pick up lunches at the school for my kids, and they showed up and the ladies had about 3 shopping carts full of groceries for us.
The school showed up with the truckload of groceries and we're like, we've never seen this many groceries in our house.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show you how abundantly God provides. Been an enjoyable time with my children. It's been an enjoyable time with my wife. Because we've been able to sit down with all the kids where we would, start saying, okay, well, let's work on learning some of the important memory verses for this time. We want them to come out of the situation and see God's hand in it. She had made this chalkboard, and so we started putting up a Bible verse that we made kind of like our key verse for that time period.
One of the Bible verses that we mainly used during the quarantine time was Psalms 9 through 10, which states,
The Lord is a stronghold for the oppressed, and a refuge in times of trouble, and those who know your name put their trust in you.
It was exciting because we know that they're not going to forget this. They're going to remember this when they're older and say, hey, do you remember when we were kids and we were in quarantine and how faithful God was during that time? And I know that they're not going to ever forget the way that God worked in this. I love how it says, those who know your name put their trust in you, because we know that He's going to be faithful to us the way that He's been in the past.